Called the company with a conscience, America Works was founded in 1984 by social activist and entrepreneur Peter Cove, who wanted to put his ideals about poverty and the American dream into practice. Joined by Dr. Lee Bowes as the CEO, America Works has helped nearly 2 million individuals increase their self-sufficiency through gainful employment, including military veterans, welfare and SNAP recipients, young adults, the criminal justice involved, homeless, non-custodial parents, persons receiving disability, among others. America Works uses a blended model that includes work readiness training, vocational training, career placement, career advancement, and employment retention services. America Works is a 100% woman.
Sorry,
Yes.
Cynthia, sorry to cut you off. But we're just seeing a blank white screen when you share your screen. I'm just wanted to make sure that
No, I wasn't sharing anything at the moment.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure.
That's not me. That's one of the participants.
Oh,
I didn't share anything.
okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I see.
Okay. America Works is a 100% woman-owned business, and our mission is to equip each individual who comes to our office with the right tools so that they are able to provide for themselves and their loved ones. We believe the most effective approach in helping people out of poverty is by assisting them in finding meaningful employment. Our proven method, services, and experienced staff offer the right combination for success. So I'm going to share my screen with you all just to show you a short video with some client testimonies. Can you all see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Myself, I was displaced through my family. My family, we had been displaced from our apartment, and the situation was where they'd be able to go to a place to live and stay, but I wasn't able to go with them, so it led me into a homeless situation.
I wasn't working at the time. I had got laid off, and I was waiting for unemployment, but with unemployment it takes a little while to get it, and I'm just not sitting around. So I went down to public assistance and I applied.
I had a support case where, and then it was like, okay, how am I gonna pay child support if I don't have a job? So I went to the courts, and then they offered this program, like saying, well, America Works, we have this program for you. We get a job, and then from there, move it on, we will be able to, get child support payments through the help provided with America Works.
Around the time I started America Works, I was diligently seeking employment. I was referred to a security company, and everything was just uphill from there.
Over the last 2 years, my life took a drastic turn. I ended up at America Works. I discovered that they offered the GED program there, and I applied for it.
And through public assistance, they recommended the Back to Work program, America Works. And when I came here, I started to look around and see things that could probably benefit me and to help me enhance myself in the work world.
My rep, she also sat down with me, let me write my own resume, and then kind of critiqued it from it. Said, this is what you need to do, this is what not to do. After I did that one resume thing, that's when the jobs were rolling in, and I just had to pick which one I wanted.
I was somewhat optimistic, but yet a little skeptical because of, like I say, my age. So I said, let me take it a chance and see what happened this time.
There was a guy that came in and he was asking if anybody had experience, even when we were sitting there just waiting for the first day, before we even talked to anybody. And that was that.
I want to get more into just a little bit of law, business law. I started my associates in entrepreneurship. Now I'm a manager of housekeeping at a hotel.
I started out as a barista at $10 an hour, and now I'm a supervisor at $15 an hour.
The momentum that happens when you're working, it's like an incredible momentum, because you go from not having any job to having one job to then having 2 or 3 other job offers. So from FJC, I'll be moving on to working for decafs, or MTA because they both happened to call me.
The program was extremely helpful, and because of it, I'm now in BCC.
It's really started to change my life already.
Now I'm more or less a teacher now as well, like amongst my peers. It's like, yo guys, I mean, you seen what my situation was like just about like say 3 years ago. You know, everything, all the opportunities is right in front of us. You seriously have to just reach out and grab it.
Sorry about that. Just wanted to stop the video. So that is just one of the videos amongst many that America Works has with a lot of client testimonies. I'm also going to share my screen to show you the Ticket to Work program that Social Security actually has. And this is for people with disabilities, and America Works' Ticket to Work program is sponsored by the Social Security Administration. So this is actually the choosework.ssa.gov. This is Social Security's Ticket to Work website. So here you see the Ticket to Work Social Security Administration. This is actually their logo for Ticket to Work. And then of course over here, you see the regular logo for Social Security Administration. When you go across the top bar, you have the home, about Ticket to Work, how it works, different work incentives, meeting an employment team, facts, a ticket dictionary, and getting started. Then you have success stories and stepping stones. And these are clients that actually went through the Ticket to Work program or still in the Ticket to Work program, and they have found their way towards self-sufficiency by being in the Ticket to Work program. And Shirley is actually one of America Works clients in our Baltimore, Maryland office location. We also have Johnny in the Stepping Stones, who's actually another America Works client, and she's in Memphis, Tennessee. And the great news about Johnny is that she was actually able to not only get a job, but she was also able to purchase her first home. And then up here you have Find Help, which is ways that you can find different employment networks and state vocational rehabilitation agencies to assist you towards your goal with going back to work. And I just always do this so this way clients can see that I am who I say I am. And they can see that I am actually sponsored by the Social Security and that I work with America Works. And here is my information here. You also have a listing of all of the other employment networks that are in my area, and it's voluntary. It's a voluntary program, so clients get to choose which company they decide that they want to work with. So this is a very good website for all clients to have, even if you're not planning to go to work right now, but just in case you decide you want to think about it. Then on the Finding a Job tab, these are job resources, and these are all of the companies that actually hire clients with disabilities. And then Social Security always does webinars and tutorials. They are free, so you are able to join. I believe the next webinar, if I go to the home page, they don't have one for December, but it'll probably be in January because they just had one on November 17th. Then there's a library. And if you go to the fact sheets and resources, here it tells you what is the Ticket to Work program. It gives you information about your Medicare and Medicaid employment supports, benefits counseling and the path to employment, the trial work period for clients that are receiving SSDI, attending WISE webinars, and for those clients that need sign language, using your past, presenting your best self to employers, work incentives for people who are blind, preventing and managing overpayments, impairment-related work expenses. And as you see, there are more pages. So this is good information for our clients. And then also on the blog, sometimes there are job fairs. So right here where it says discover who's hiring, when we click on this, it will tell you all of the job fairs that are happening. And all of these job fairs are virtual. And everyone's able to register and attend as long as you are a member that receives SSI or SSDI cash benefits. So I'm just going to show a short video. And this is Ben, and Ben is just going to discuss the Ticket to Work program to us. I just want to make sure everyone is with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's Terry. I don't know about everybody else.
Independence, fulfillment, community involvement. These are some of the benefits that work provides. By working, you can earn more income, meet new people, and learn new skills. What is the Ticket to Work program? How can it help you? Ticket to Work is a free and voluntary program from Social Security that provides you employment support services to help you go to work while still providing access to Medicaid and/or Medicare. It can help you go to work, which can give you a greater sense of purpose and help you give back to your community. With time, you will be able to replace your cash benefits with your earnings from work, putting you on the road to financial independence, with the peace of mind that your benefits will be available to you if you need them due to your disability. Meet Ben. Ben qualified for the Ticket to Work program because he is age 18 through 64 and received Social Security disability insurance. If Ben received supplemental security income, he would also qualify for the program. Ben wanted to work but needed to understand how work would impact his benefits, especially his health care. Ben did some research and found out that over 316,000 people with disabilities have participated in the program. After doing more research, he decided that Ticket to Work was just the ticket he needed to be successful in going to work. When Ben contacted the Ticket Helpline, they talked to him about supports from Social Security he could use to go to work. He found that with Social Security's Ticket to Work and work incentives, he might be able to work while keeping his Medicaid or Medicare, with the peace of mind that if he needed to stop working due to his disability, there would be a fast track back to restarting his benefits. With the Ticket program, Ben had a choice of service providers, employment networks, and state vocational rehabilitation agencies. He was able to select one of these service providers to work with him one-on-one to help him reach his work goals. Both could offer him specialized services, and he could choose which was right for him. VR agencies work with individuals who need more significant services. The services that Ben could receive include benefits and career counseling, education, training, and job search support. ENs are private or public organizations that may help with career counseling and assistance with job placement and more. Different ENs offer different types of services, so Ben could pick an EN that was just right for him. Ben also had the option to receive services from his state VR agency, and then when those services end, he could work with an EN to receive additional services that would help him find a job or keep an existing job. Ben took some time to think about his options and decided to assign his ticket to an EN. Ben's commitment to participate in the Ticket to Work program forged a partnership between him and his service provider. They both agreed to work together and jointly developed a plan that was just for him. His plan defined his work goals and described the specialized services the EN would provide or arrange for to help him meet his goals. Ben's road to employment through the Ticket program is a two-way street. In return for assistance in getting a job, Ben pledged to Social Security that he would take specific steps, determined by the plan he developed with the EN, within time frames set by Social Security, to work at a specified earnings level or complete certain educational or training requirements. Taking the agreed-upon steps toward employment with time frames set by Social Security is called making timely progress. By taking these steps, Ben was able to fully take advantage of the supports and protections the Ticket to Work program provided. You can be like Ben. The Ticket to Work program is here to help you become and stay employed, meet new people, and gain fulfillment and financial independence. We know it's a big step, but there is so much help for you all along the way. The Ticket program offers many tools and resources to help you learn about starting your journey to financial independence. Are you ready to work? Call the Ticket to Work helpline at 1-866-968-7842. For TTY, call 1-866-833-2967 to talk to one of our knowledgeable representatives, or visit www.socialsecurity.gov/work to learn more. Good luck on your journey to financial independence. We are ready to help you on your way.
Okay, that was my buddy Ben.
Thank you. It was very good.
I'm glad. Good.
Can I ask a question on that?
Yes.
Okay, so the Ticket to Work program and the trial work period, you only can participate in the trial work period if you're on SSDI. Is that correct?
The trial work period is only for clients on SSDI. SSI, they don't have a trial work period.
So they just go back and how does, oh, sorry.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, yeah.
Okay, my headphones, they just stopped working. I just hear you directly through the computer.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that because, that trial work period is excellent.
Yes, it is. And
I think it remained the same as I know it. Maybe it's changed. I don't know.
no, the trial work period gives the participants a 9-month trial work period.
Within 5 years.
Within 5 years, I'm about to go through all of that.
I'm sorry.
So
Go ahead.
that's okay. No worries. All right. So I'm about to share a PowerPoint. I bring it up. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's lovely.
Okay, great. So just like the video said, the Ticket to Work is a Social Security Administration program, and the goal of the program is to help beneficiaries become independent of their benefits by finding self-supporting jobs and leaving the dependency role of disability. America Works is an employment network that works on behalf of Social Security by offering employment services such as career counseling, job placement, and ongoing employment support. This program is strictly voluntary. Beneficiaries need to be ready, willing, and able to work. Employment is full-time and can be part-time if you're able to work 25 hours a week, but eventually gradually moving yourself up to full-time. Employment is not to supplement what you're currently receiving in SSI or SSDI, and you need to have clear, specific, measurable employment goals. The resume employment services that America Works have, we have resume preparation where we can update, review an existing or create a new resume. The myssa.gov, we can assist you with helping you create your online account with Social Security. Selling Your Strengths, which is a character strength assessment, where it's a virtual training class that we give to our clients, where it helps you find out what your strengths are. Referrals for supportive services such as clothing and haircuts, etc. Interview prep, mock interviews, and overall presentation. We do perform mock interviews with our clients because the new world is right now. Now a lot of people are doing virtual interviews. And so when you're interviewing, we make sure that we prepare you for that virtual interview, making sure that you're in an area where it's nice and quiet, that you don't have too much in your background, and that you're still dressed professionally for your interview. Job readiness, preparing you for the work environment. Sales referrals, there are direct referrals to hiring managers, and we also schedule job interviews with those hiring managers. There's also independent job search, application assistance, and employment leads where clients are still responsible for doing their independent job search as well, and then letting their coordinator know what applications they have completed, and if they need assistance with completing an application, the coordinator would assist them. Metro cards, if you live in the New York area, we do provide a weekly Metro card to the clients once they begin working for the first 12 weeks of employment. If they're not using public transportation and they are actually driving, we do provide gas cards. For the first 12 weeks, they will get one gas card when they start working a week, which would help them put gas in their car to assist them with getting to work. And we do have retention services. Some clients have been having problems with getting food, and we have gift cards for Stop and Shop, Albertsons, and Kroger's food markets, where we give the clients a $25 or $50 gift card to help them go purchase food. We also have Target and Walmart, being that they also have food. We also have those gift cards as well. We offer that short-term trainings that may lead to direct placement in that specific field, such as the food handler certification. If you decided that you wanted to become a sous chef, or you want to work in a restaurant, or you want to become a hostess, or a manager, we can help you get certified so that way you can be ahead of the line. Once the managers that are hiring, the recruiters, once they're hiring, they see that you have that certificate, they'll hire you quicker than someone that does not have the food handler certification. We also have security training and the Fire Guard FO2 safety training. We conduct OSHA, general industries, and construction, also for maintenance. If you're looking to get your OSHA certificate, we also have that training. We do training in customer service. We have basic computer literacy, where clients really have never touched a computer, don't know anything about a computer. I'm quite sure in the video you saw our computer lab, where they're actually learning how to, the keys and the strokes and different things and what to do with the computer. We do have training for clients that do not speak English, where English is their second language. We have trainings to help clients learn the English language. For clients that are looking for their CDL training and just want to drive the big trucks, we do offer the CDL driving training. And we also offer the training for clients to get their GED. We offer various different employment skills trainings and financial literacy trainings. So those are the trainings that we currently offer today. Now, SSI work incentives, which is supplemental security income, which is a federal income supplement program funded by taxes for people with low income assets. And that's based on a financial need and not work history. So once you begin working, your cash benefits will be adjusted immediately using the following formula. There's the countable income, which is the combination of unearned income, which could be your SSDI workers' compensation, and or your earned income wages. Social Security will deduct $20 from any secondary unearned income, and that is called the general income exclusion. And then there is a $65 deduction from earned income, which is called the earned income exclusion. So sometimes there are clients that receive both SSI and SSDI, and when they go back to work, they'll have the trial work period for SSDI, but their SSI will be affected immediately using this general rule. Then half of what remains will be subtracted from your cash benefits, and that is called the half deduction. There is a break-even point, and this is when your cash benefits cease or stop due to the amount of earnings that you're getting by working. And 1619B guarantees that your benefit check can be turned back on should there be a disruption or decrease in your earnings due to your disability. You also may be eligible for a plan to achieve self-support, which is the PASS, which allows you to put money aside for a specific work goal, such as higher education, tools of the trade, or starting a business. Your Medicaid is almost always possible to keep, even if you reach your break-even point. There are specific levels of coverage, and any co-payments, deductibles incurred will depend on your earnings and your household income. And the excess threshold eligible for buy-ins, it depends, it varies by state. And if your income meets the threshold, I know for 2020, the threshold is 54,711. So it's going to go up for 2022. I don't know that threshold yet because it hasn't come out yet. But if it goes over that threshold, then you would be getting a Medicaid buy-in if you're making more than that. Now, for SSDI work incentives, that is the Social Security Disability Insurance, and that is a tax-funded federal program for workers and families who have paid into the system and can no longer work. There are three groups eligible for Ticket to Work: disabled workers, childhood beneficiaries, and disabled widows. There is also a trial work period, which allows beneficiaries to test their ability to work for up to 9 months. During the trial work period, beneficiaries will receive their full benefits regardless of how high their earnings are, and you can only receive one trial work period. So SSA allows 9 months of trial work period based on employment within the last 5 years. The months do not have to be consecutive, and a month of work does not count towards your trial work period unless your gross earnings are higher than $940 a month for 2021 and $970 a month for 2022. There's also the extended period of eligibility of 36 months. Once the trial work period ends, you enter the extended period of eligibility, and Social Security will make work activity determinations using the substantial gainful activity rule. And the SGA threshold for 2021 is currently $1,310. And for 2022, it will be $1,350. So what that means is once SGA is determined, SSA will make sure that it is consistent. And if the client needs to stop working due to disability or an unsuccessful work attempt, your cash benefits will continue. But if you're consistently working and you're in your 36-month extended period of eligibility and you're making SGA consistently, that is when cessation occurs, and you will only get 3 months, which is your grace period of your cash benefits from Social Security. After that, your cash benefits will be on suspense. If at the end of your 36-month extended period of eligibility, month 37, you're still making above SGA, that's when your cash benefits will be terminated. Nothing happens to your medical stays the same for 93 months. We're only discussing your cash benefits. If something happens and you decide that this job is no longer working out for you, or you happen to get sick, or it becomes too much and you need to stop working and Social Security has terminated your benefits, you must request reinstatement within 5 years from the month that your cash benefits were terminated. You must not be working at the substantial gainful activity amount, and you must have a medical impairment that is the same as or related to the original disability. And again, your Medicare coverage, Part A, will continue for at least 5 to 7 years. Nothing happens to that. And when you start working, you must inform the Social Security Administration that you have started working, even if it's only for a week, even if it's only for 2 weeks, even if it's a year, 6 months, no matter what, you need to inform Social Security. The reason why is because we do not want you to get in an overpayment status where you have to pay Social Security the money back. And so the best way to inform Social Security that you are working is to call them and let them know that you're working, the name of the company, the number of hours you're working each week, your hourly rate, your start date. And then they will tell you how they want you to submit your pay stubs to them. If you're receiving SSI, Then Social Security will send you an application that you can download on your phone, and then you can report your wages that way. If you're receiving SSDI, you can only report your wages either by mailing them into your local field office or by faxing it to your case manager um, at the local field office. But when you speak to them, they will tell you how they would like for you to submit your pay stubs. Our community outreach efforts, America Works attends community events to promote our services. We work well with local organizations, businesses, and nonprofits to spread the word about how we can help people return to work and receive credential trainings. We attend local and regional job fairs to meet and connect with new employers, and we connect you with local organizations to provide resources and other supportive services as needed. And these are our offices that we have in the New York area. And we have an office, of course, I work out of the corporate office. We have an office in Queens that handles Queens and Long Island. And Torsha Jeffrey is the Ticket to Work coordinator there. We also have an office in Brooklyn that handles the Brooklyn and Staten Island clients, and that is Justin Williams. And we also have an office in the Bronx for our Bronx and Westchester clients, and that is Ronald Presley. But since we have been working virtually, I have to let you know that all of our offices have clients nationally everywhere. We have clients in Arizona, California. I can actually stop sharing because that's the end. We have clients in Arizona, California, Florida, Nashville, Memphis, New Orleans, Detroit, North Carolina, South Carolina, of course, New York, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Nebraska, Colorado, Missouri. We have clients everywhere. And we have 21 offices located nationally. Of course, 5 of them are here in New York. We also have an office in New Jersey. We have an office in Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland. We have a physical office. We have 2 physical offices in California. We have an office in New Orleans. We have an office in Omaha, Nebraska. We have an office in Boston, Massachusetts. And we have an office in Chicago, Illinois. So we are a national employment network. And do you all have any questions for me? That is the end of my presentation.
I do have one. May I ask, Cynthia? If someone starts the program, whether they're on SSI or SSDI, and they're doing really well in the job and they really like it, it's a permanent job. It's not a temporary job, correct?
Yes, it depends. There are some jobs that clients will start that may be temporary.
Okay.
And there are some jobs where clients will start that can be permanent. But
Okay.
I just explained to the clients, all jobs are temporary because you have that 90 days.
Right.
And that determines what you do with those 90 days, if the employer is going to keep you or release you.
Thank you. And if they decide that, this is going great, the employer likes me and I like the job and they're offering me benefits, can they take the company benefits instead of Medicaid and Medicare?
Yes, they can.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, they can.
Okay, and they get all the benefits, the off days and everything. So it's great. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good incentive to try out the job and to see, how it works. Most jobs are like that anyway, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also with Medicare, if they take the employer health insurance, they still get to keep their Medicare. They don't lose their Medicare.
Oh, okay, great. Oh, thank you for that. That's really important.
It is. Correct, Jessica. Jessica's put in the chat, need to be careful if you have home care, work insurance isn't always the best. because some private companies don't pay for certain things where Medicaid may cover it.
You're right, you're right. And they can work, if they choose, like
Mhm.
if the job is working from home, that's allowable and all that, right?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Oh, great.
And the
Yeah.
client can choose if they would like to get the jobs medical coverage
Right.
or merge them two together. Whereas they can get the jobs medical coverage and have the jobs medical coverage pay into their Medicare co-insurance. So it just depends. When the client is working and they're offered their jobs medical coverage, they would have to speak with a representative at Medicare and let them know and just see which one is going to be best for them.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much for all that.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions?
Cynthia, in reference to, it's Marcus, yes.
Hi, Marcus.
Hey, in reference to the description you with the insurance right now regarding Medicare, I know from working in the field, I'm a CRC, I've been in the field for a long time. I know many colleagues and people I've represented who have Medicaid, and they also take the job insurance, and it doesn't impact their home care services in the way that Medicare would, because their primary insurance would be the job insurance, and anything not covered by them will bounce to the secondary, which would be considered Medicaid. Now, so is it in a way different if it's Medicare? Because I know Medicare has a lot of different stipulations, especially when Jessica was bringing up Jessica Della Rosa was.
So Medicaid and Medicare are two different insurances.
Yes.
They're not the same. And a lot of clients get them confused, especially clients that are concurrent getting both SSI and SSDI. If a client is receiving SSI and SSDI, then they're getting both. They're getting their Medicare, which covers their Part A and Part B, and then their Medicaid, which actually pays for the Part Co B insurance.
Okay, now this is the one I always get a little fouled with. Now, I know the Medicaid buying for working people with disabilities. I know that program. Now, if the person, that example you gave, SSI and SSDI, is that person eligible for the Medicaid buy-in as well?
Yes, they are.
Even with the SSDI?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, good.
Because when you're on SSDI, you automatically, after a certain amount of time, I think it's a year, I'm not sure, you get right away, you get Medicare, correct?
You have to wait 24 months for Medicare.
Yeah. Oh, it's still 24 months?
So you will, when you're approved for SSDI,
right,
and you're getting SSDI and SSI, you're automatically going to get Medicaid.
Oh,
But
okay.
you have to wait 24 months before you can get Medicare.
So they have
And
Medicaid, yeah.
They
and then
have Medicare and Medicaid, yes.
Yeah, that's great, yeah. Thank you for that clarification.
You're welcome.
Another question, Cynthia.
Sure, Marcus.
In your professional opinion, when members with our clients, the recipient service, is already, they're just receiving Medicaid, and Social Security is pushing them to take on Medicare. I've always, in my due diligence, have really encouraged my clients not to take on Medicare because of the many stipulations it has towards receiving certain medical care. Have you ever experienced any clients like that where Medicare is pushing the recipient to take on Medicare as well?
Okay. So I haven't come across that, but if I do know that once you are receiving SSDI, the disability insurance, you have to wait 24 months to get your Medicare. And if you don't take the Medicare when it is being offered, it is very hard to get the Medicare in the end when you need it. It's very hard to get the Medicare when you need it.
I didn't know that.
Yes. So if Social Security and whatever state, because I'm in multiple states nationally,
Right.
and so each state has different rulings, but every ruling is the same when it comes to Medicare. If Social Security is offering you Medicare coverage and you do not accept the Medicare coverage when it's open and is being offered to you, and you wait 2 to 3 years, it's going to be very hard for that client to get Medicare. They're going to really have to fight tooth and nail to get Medicare now. So I never tell my clients to not take anything,
Right.
That's the on the
because
option.
the Medicare they will always keep. They get to keep that for 93 months. And in different states, Medicare is the primary.
Right, and the Medicare is usually offered after the clients are receiving SSDI.
Mm-hmm. And
Gotcha.
right, clients that are only getting SSI do not get Medicare. They only get Medicaid. And a lot of clients get it confused because they think it's the same, and it is two totally
Yeah.
different medical coverages. And you have to make sure that you're being very, very careful, and especially being very careful when you're advising your clients with that. Any other questions?
Yes, Cynthia.
Hi, Antonio.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Uh, Cynthia,
Yes.
I just want to ask you, in my case, I worked for 37 years and I'm retired. I'm a C5, C6 quadriplegia. Okay. And between my pension and my Social Security, I made more than 64,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do a trust pool in order to keep Medicaid to keep my home care. Okay, I think that is a point that people going going to start working should keep in mind that if they have home care, they're gonna need that Medicaid. And after you make X and Y amount of money, okay, like 64,000 and up, okay, they gonna terminate your Medicaid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then once they terminate your Medicaid, your home care is gone.
Oh,
Okay,
But
and
Antonia, you're already retired, so you're in a different.
Yes.
yes,
Um,
okay, but because I'm retired, I was making a heck of a lot more money when I was working.
mhm.
Okay, and I was better off working than retired because I was making $100,000 and up while I was working, and I was
Mhm.
still eligible for Medicaid.
Mhm.
Okay, the laws are very confusing. Okay, and sometimes you don't know what is best. If you be better off working or 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 not. Okay,
Right.
okay, or if you be better off retired or not. I mean, the laws are really confusing. Grow up. I mean, believe me, I'm
Mhm.
65 years old, and I've
But
been
before
disabled
they,
since I was, and I've
can I
been
ask you a
disabled.
question, Antonio? I'm
Sure.
sorry to cut you off. Before they terminated your Medicaid, did they allow you the opportunity to do a Medicaid buy-in? Because you should have fell
No,
into.
no. When you are working, you are under this category of non or not being disabled.
Mm-mm.
You're under that category that you're no longer disabled, despite the fact that in reality, you are disabled.
Right.
Okay,
Were
so
you in a ticket to work program or were you doing this all on your own?
no, I did all of this in my own. I mean,
That
I'm
is
all
why.
in school. I'm all in school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've been working, or I started working in 1979 when I finished college, and I
Mm-hmm.
got in there when I in 1968. Okay, so uh, it's I mean the laws are very different. I grew up with a whole bunch of laws, okay, which are much different than what it is right now. Okay, and they go up according to the year that you are working or that you became disabled. At least in the state of New York, that's the way it works. And how many years you work and all of this good stuff. So, but I just brought this point up, for people who has home care, okay, to think about how much money they're gonna make, and if it does really worthwhile for you to go back to work, because you may lose all of your benefits, and at the end of the day, you're gonna be making less money that staying home than going back to work. Because in this days, if you don't have a 4-year degree from college, okay, you don't worth a penny. Discrimination against people with disability and the job force is enormous. I used to spend more time in court, okay, filing complaint, okay, with the company that I used to work than anything else, for discrimination, for not putting, for not implementing the laws that apply for people with disability, violating American Act with Disability. Okay, and people with disability these days, they just don't know all of these laws. Okay, and sometimes I kind of wonder, okay, if all of this program like the one you have, okay, I was listening to you, and I just was saying, gosh, this is a wonderful program, but are the people ready and willing to execute these programs, to fully take advantage of this program? Okay, because before people get involved in this program, in my opinion, they have to know what American Eye with Disability is. Okay, the different things that that they are going to face, obstacle that they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna face at work. Because a lot of these people, they think that, oh well, I'm gonna go and do my job, and that's it. No, when you are work, it's a different story.
Mm-hmm. But you
Okay,
have to understand that everyone's situation is different. Like
yes,
like you
indeed.
like you stated in your opening, is that you are retired. So you are retired and you're in a total different bracket than people that are not even near retirement age, even though they are people with disabilities and they would like to go back to work. So what happened with you should not happen with anyone else because you're in a different bracket and everyone's case is different.
Yeah,
Have
I
you?
know, but I have known, okay, few people
Mm-hmm.
that have retired, and they've been able to keep their Medicaid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because if at the end of the day, okay, the government sees you for what you're worth. You know, when it comes to money wise, okay, how much do you get a year? If you get X and Y amount of money, okay, and it's now within the guideline, your service is going to be terminated. No question asked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and in my opinion, I mean, that is completely wrong. In my opinion, that is, 120% completely wrong. Okay, because the government at least should give you all of those years that you work, that you paid a minimum towards that service. Okay, but nothing is. I mean, they see you like I don't know, you don't exist. Okay, at the end of the day, it's like I don't wish this to anybody. Being honest with you, Cynthia.
You don't wish
Okay,
what?
what I went through when I first retired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Again,
because not qualifying for
you're
Medicaid.
I can't speak about retirement because if you're retired, you're in something totally different. I can only speak about people that are looking for employment and that are not retired or are not trying to retire right now. That's why the program is only for clients between the ages of 18 through 64. Retirement age now has moved up to 67. So clients can retire at the age of 62 if they decide to, but once a client is retired, they cannot enroll in a Ticket to Work program. They do not fall up under the same umbrella, even though they are a person with disabilities. They're
Okay,
in a totally different bracket.
but let me ask you. You are a person with disability, and you in your 50s. Okay, you can become disabled all over again. Okay, and you're gonna be entitled to your benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where do they get that you have to be what age you said 61 or 62?
64.
Somebody with 64. Okay, let me stop here because I have had this argument with other persons before. Okay, and that is not accurate. Okay, you can
I don't
retire at any age, whether you're disabled or you're not disabled by disability. Okay, that is the fact, and that is what they go by. There is no set age by you know that you can retire. You can retire by disability at any age. You can retire at 21 if you want to.
That's not a retirement age, Mr. Martinez, for New York State or for New York City. The retirement age right now is at age 67. If you are disabled and you can no longer work, then they will just put you as unable to work and you will still receive your disability cash payments monthly. They will not have you as being retired. They will just have you as unable to work, and then you'll still receive your funds as they normally would. And then later on, if you're able to work, they will remove that stipulation, and this way you can join into a ticket to work program, and then the ticket to work coordinators will be able to assist you with helping you find employment.
Okay, but then how come that they give you SSD, Social Security Disability?
Social Security disability is, like I stated, is a federal funded program for people that have paid into the system through working. So if you've worked and you've hurt yourself on your job and you've become disabled, or you got injured for any reason, doesn't even necessarily have to be while you were at work. You could have been injured walking down the street, and it could have rendered you to be disabled and you can no longer work for that period of time because you were working prior to becoming disabled. They're going to give you SSDI because you have worked and you have paid into the system. People that get SSI are people that have low income assets, have never worked, and they're getting SSI because they don't have any funds and they're not able to work.
Okay, I did get SSI when I was in high school and I was going through college.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got, SSI.
Okay.
Okay, but once I started to work,
Then they changed you to SSDI after you worked for
no,
some period.
no, they took that away.
Mm-hmm. They're going
Okay,
to take the
and the
SSI away.
Medicaid that I had, they took that away too.
They took it, they were able to take it away from you because you did not enroll yourself in a ticket to work program, and you didn't have anyone guiding you and helping you through the process, showing you what to do so that way you could keep your Medicaid. And
Well, I mean,
this goes
back
on
back
all
in
the
the
time.
80s, back in the 80s, okay, a lot of the programs that exist, like yours, I don't believe that they were in existence.
My program has been around since 1984.
Okay, I started to work in 1980.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
my program been around since 1984.
okay, so I wish that I knew your program.
Yes. That's the purpose of the Ticket to Work program, is to give guidance and to help the clients when it comes to those different barriers and help them overcome those barriers.
Okay, because I had to pay for my home care out of my pocket. Okay, for quite a few years.
Right, but I don't have anything to do with home care, and I am not I don't work for Medicaid and I don't work for Medicare. I just know a little bit about both insurances, but any further questions dealing with Medicaid or Medicare, you would actually have to call Medicaid and Medicare directly and speak with the representative there.
Yes, trust me. I know how that works very well these days because I've been facing them all my life. Okay, and actually, I didn't know that your program, okay, safeguard Medicaid for those who are employed. Okay, because basically that was my intention, that what happened to me, it won't happen
Mhm.
to anybody these days.
Right. Well, I can assure you, I have clients that are receiving Medicaid and Medicare together, and they're working and they're still receiving their medical coverage. I have clients that are just receiving SSI and they are working and they're still receiving their Medicaid coverage without any issues. So again, it all goes to, if you're going to do it on your own, then you have to educate yourself about what it is that you're doing. Or if you're going to enroll in a program, and then your coordinator and your case manager will be there to assist you along the way so that when those barriers do come up, you'll get the guidance that you need.
Okay, maybe that's what I needed. It,
Mhm.
then I mean, not now, because
Right.
now with with that a trust pool, I took care of that.
Right.
Okay, so but it took to get to know quite a few people,
Mhm.
like the agency that Miss Rodriguez Arami, that looks pretty busy over there, met me at. Hi, Arami.
Hello.
Hello. It took me to be on the XX program with her,
Mhm.
and now the director of XX program, Alice Lewini, which is a attorney, and he helped me write a trust pool.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's how I wound up doing it.
Okay.
Nice program that you guys had there, Arami.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you, Antonio.
Yep, nice program. I really enjoy, I really enjoyed, for the newcomers, coming up. Very, very, very informative. Very good. You had to bring her back.
All right, thank you.
Well, we'll be utilizing all the information we'll be giving, what we're taking in.
Okay, so that's it from me for now. Thank you, Cynthia.
You're welcome, Mr. Martinez, and happy holidays to you and your family as well.
Thank you. Likewise.
You're welcome. Thank you. Happy holidays to everyone.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. I'll be talking with you hopefully soon.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you, Ariana.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays to everybody.
Yeah, stay safe.
You're welcome. Stay safe.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.